Yo, what's going on guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be going through all the launcher challenges and go more in depth on how to complete them. I already made a video a couple months ago, but this one is going to be a new updated one, and I will try to explain more on how I get it done. Because the launches, they're actually super simple and they actually don't take that long if you do them the right way. So this video is split up in two parts, and you can see the timestamp down below at the player or in the description. It's so much easier to focus specific challenges at the same time, and it will speed up the process a lot. So the first part is basically just going to be the killing part, where you focus on all the challenges that requires kills, and then you will rank up your launches at the same time. And then we have the second part, which is strictly going to be shooting down kill streaks. So for the killing part, the perk Aim is pretty much a must. So Aim is the third perk, and it just makes you reload faster with your launches and stuff. It's super helpful, and you even need it for one of the challenges that you unlock later on. And it's so good while going for kills that you even shooting down, because you reload faster and you switch to your launcher faster as well. So definitely recommend using Aim throughout this entire process, to be honest. So the first challenge we have is the smoke challenges, and that's basically just where you have to get kills. You have to get 125 kills. It's not really something you have to focus on, but you would literally just get it done by doing all the other challenges. The ones you want to focus on are the next two, which is digital and the woodland challenges, and that's basically defender and attacker kills. So that one can be super annoying if you don't really know how to do it. I have a couple ways of doing it, and I will get into that in a second. But basically, you unlock the defender and attacker kill challenge in rank 6 and 10, which is another reason you start out by just killing and ranking up the launcher. So there's a few ways to get these attacker and defender kills. The fastest way, in my opinion, and the way I recommend doing it, is on shipment. And there might not be shipment 24/7, and there's not always shipment 24/7 when I go for it. What I would do, I would literally filter everything so it's only KARNAGEclan, and then lobby search for shipment, because the map is just so small and it's so easy to get done. It usually only takes me a couple games to get everything done, and then you're good, because obviously you just in domination you just have to kill people around the flag, which makes it so much easier. Because the shipment, literally no matter where you shoot, almost you will either get a defender or attacker kill, and because the map is so small, obviously you can get so many more kills. So you can definitely get at least 50 launcher kills in a single game of shipment, and that's why no other game mode and no other map will be able to keep up with this. There is a few other ways to do it. Another way would be hardpoint. Basically, in hardpoint, you just have to kill people on the hardpoint, not around it, but they have to be on the point. But if you do kill someone on the hardpoint, it would count as both an attacker and defender kill at the same time. So technically, you only have to kill 40 people in total in hardpoint, but that can be super frustrating sometimes, because first of all, you need to get to the point, and you need to have people going on the point as well. A lot of people using trophy systems, so that can be a bit more frustrating. A third way will be Groundwater. I used to do it in Groundwater before shipment, shoot house, and everything else was a thing. And I can tell you that takes a long time. Like, you'll be way better off lobby searching for shipment and KARNAGEclan, because it is just way faster, and that's just how it is. You want to get it done fast, that is the way. But if you want to get it done in like a normal other game mode, you can do it in either hardpoint or Groundwater. So when you're done getting attacker and defender kills, your launcher might not still be fully ranked up, and you might still need some kills for the last challenge, and that is just get 50 kills with Aim. It's super easy, and you can literally just play anything to get it done. I recommend any objective respawn game mode, so that could be like Hardpoint, Headquarters, Demolition, Groundwater, or any 24/7 game mode out there. Obviously, the smaller amount the better, because you can get more kills in a game, and it has to be a somewhat fast-paced game mode. HDM is pretty slow, Domination can be pretty slow depending on the map, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all you have to do for the killing part. It's super simple, you rank it up in no time, and the attack and defender kill will be done in just a matter of a couple games. So moving on to the second part, we have the shooting down streaks part, and that's a part that a lot of people hate, and I guess fear in a way, because it takes a while, and there's so many challenges where you just have to shoot down. But as I mentioned in the start of this video, you can actually do all of them at the same time, and I'm going to explain why here in a second. But this is also one of the reasons why I split up the launches, because now that you have done with killing and you have maxed it out, you have all the challenges that you need to shoot down unlocked, and then you can do all of them at the same time. But first off, we have the stripes camo. You have to shoot down 50 kill streak. A lot of people don't even know what this is about, and they think it's broken because it doesn't count when you shoot down kill streak. But basically, you have to shoot down 50 kill streaks with the perk Cold-Blooded. That is a perk one, and it basically just makes you invincible to like VTOLs, sentry guns, and stuff like that. And you have to use it to complete the challenge, which is why you also want to have Cold-Blooded on for all of this. So the two perks you definitely want to use is the perk 1 Cold-Blooded and perk 3 Aim. So you reload faster, and then obviously it's way easier to shoot down streaks with Cold-Blooded. So you're gonna have to sacrifice some perks for it. But yeah, it's actually super simple, and let's just hop right into it. So but basically there is some specific streaks that you want to go for while you're doing this. A lot of people think you have to shoot down like vehicles, like the last challenges. If we're going to Groundwater, shoot vehicles. And then we have the most annoying ones, which is the aerial and ground kill streak. But basically we have streaks that count as both. Some of you might not know this, and I need you all to listen careful now because this can be a game changer if you don't. So personal raiders, counter UAVs, and VTOL. These streaks all count as both aerial kill streaks and ground kill streaks. Why it's a thing? I don't know, but I'm not complaining because it makes everything so much easier. But technically you don't have to shoot down more than 75 kill streaks in total. There's no point even going for like streaks like UAVs, support healers, gunships, and whatever else they could have. You can shoot down 75 UAVs, then you will still have to shoot down 75 of the other streaks. So there's really no point of doing it, because you would just end up shooting down like 150 streaks in total instead of just 75. So you just have to focus on, again, personal raiders, counter UAVs, and VTOLs. So what's the fastest way of shooting out these streaks? And that's a question that's super hard to answer because you have to rely on enemies to use those streaks, which is why this challenge is so annoying. That's one of the only challenges in the game where you actually have to rely on enemies, and you just can't do that because you might end up playing enemies that don't use these streaks at all. You can literally play multiple games in a row where no one is using any personal raiders or counter UAVs or VTOLs, but you can also get lucky and there's like maybe a whole team using it in the same game, and you can end up shooting down like 50 of them in one game. That's happened to me before, but obviously there's some gamers who don't want to play it, and there's some gamers that are better than others in my opinion for this. You don't want to play S&D, you don't want to play TDM or anything weird, you don't want to play any slow paced game modes, you don't want to play any one and done kind of game modes in a way. You want to stick to the fast paced one, or eventually the game modes with more people in them, like Groundwater. We have 32 players in each team, or 16 or 24 depending on the map. We have some 8v8 players we have seen sometimes, like Shootouts 8v8, Cheshire 8v8. Those are really good as well. Especially Shootouts 8v8 is probably one of my favorite ones because the map is small and we have 8 enemies, and there's usually people using personal raiders in that game mode. Or then we simply have 10v10. If not you're interested in those game modes, again I recommend any fast-paced objective game mode, which mainly could be Hardpoint. Maybe even Headquarters could be good for it, because a lot of people that play around the Headquarters and they try to win. So I can imagine there's be a decent amount of people using personal raiders in that game mode. And obviously the smaller amount the better, because let's say someone is using personal raider, they're more likely to get it multiple times in a map like Shipment than Arclo Peak. And that's why there's some of these launchers that don't lock on, like the RPG and Streeler. I pretty much do the launches in the same way. The only difference with Pila and Joker that actually are lock on launches. You can do them in any game mode on any map. You can play Ground War, you can sit at the spawn in Ground War with a Pila and just shoot streaks across the map. You can't do that with an RPG or Streeler. I used to still do them, Shoot House or Shipment, whatever I play. It could be in Hardpoint, because personal raiders and counter UAVs and VTOLs, obviously they're like not moving at all times. Like the counter UAV is coming down and it will be standing still in the air for however long it's there for. The personal raider is like following the players, so we'll stand still for like 5 seconds and then it's gonna move to the new position where the player is at. So you have a span of 5 seconds to shoot down that personal raider before it's gonna move again, which is pretty easy to do with the Streetlink because it's more consistent and it's shooting super fast. Like you can, even in Ground War, Streetlink can be pretty easy, because if you figure out how it works and how it shoots, then you can always calculate it and kind of find a way to shoot it down. The RPG on the other hand could be a bit harder because it's a bit more inconsistent and it's shooting slower. The RPG is super good at killing, but probably the worst one for shooting down kill streaks. And you might also think Joker, how you're supposed to get defender and attacker kills, but as I said, I do all the launches the same way. When I say I do them in the hardcore domination on Shipment to get defender kills and attacker kills, that goes for all the launches. You can do it with the Joker too if you back all the way up on the map and then just shoot at the flags. It will just be the home flags. You won't be able to reach the B flag in any way, no matter how you do it, no matter where you are on the map. So you just have to spam the A and C flag on Shipment, and then you will be good, and you still get it done in a couple games. The good thing about the Joker is that the launcher is super powerful and it's super easy to get. A lot of kills there, especially with the spam the rockets everywhere. You end up getting like 100 kills in one game with Shipment. It's pretty insane, but you really just have to be patient with these challenges. Especially when you're shooting down Kill Street, you can always work on other guns at the same time, because the only time you will need the launcher is when they have streaks. So if they don't have streaks, there's no point in waiting for it. You might as well work on like an assault rifle, like machine gun, or whatever you have. you don't have anything left. You just, again, gotta be patient, play casually, and only pull it out when you have to. So usually I can get a launcher done in a day, or get multiple other weapons to gold at the same time. So I will literally be working on other guns while grinding the launchers, and that's why I recommend always starting with something like the launchers. I feel like that is the biggest mistake we do every single year. We know it. We always say the launchers because no one wants to use them. Especially this year, the launchers are insane and they're super time consuming. So therefore you always start out with the launchers. I mean, it's every single year. I can always say, I can tell you now, next year, start out with the launchers right away if you do plan on going for the Master Chamber, because it would be so much easier in the long run if you get the launchers out of the way. They suck so much, and just a little head start on them if you use them for like a day, shooting down streaks. That can be super helpful and that can get you far. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. If you guys have any questions about anything, feel free to ask me down in the comment section below, or hit me up on Discord, Twitter, or Instagram. There will be a link to everything down in the description as well. So if you need me to explain anything more, if you have any other questions related to this or just in general, feel free to ask me. But I think I pretty much covered everything that I wanted to cover. I explained everything I do, and I really hope you guys found the video somewhat helpful. But if you did, please let me know, drop a like on the video, and subscribe if you guys are new. If there's anything else you want me to make a video on, or you just want to hear about, let me know as well. But yeah, thank you so much. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys are enjoying the rest of your day. And thank you so much for watching.